We're going to be working on worksheet number 101, WS solving linear equations number 2. Hello class, today what we're going to be doing is solving single step, two-step, and multi-step equations. Going all the way up to that difficulty, back to this difficulty. First thing first, I teach a little bit differently. I use the circle system. You're more than welcome to solve these problems any way you want. The steps are all going to be the same, but it's just how it is. So, first things first is we identify the variable, which is a positive x. So we take care of the hater. The hater is the outside of the circle, which is the negative 10. We do the opposite of the hater to make him happy, so we add 10 to both sides. And so then we're left with, these cancel out. We're left with 10 plus 4 is 14, equals a positive x, but we can just disappear the positive sign. And so we're just left with x equals 14. Please realize you can also write this as x equals 14. Either one is okay. Let's work on number 3. Again, first thing we want to do is circle the variable, take care of the hater. Realize the hater is the divide by 2. So the opposite of dividing by 2 is multiplying by 2. So we're going to multiply both sides by 2. This is going to cancel out. We're left with 2 times negative 12, which is negative 24, which equals n. And that's it. Next problem, again, circle the variable, take care of the hater. The hater is going to be the positive 11 because remember, if there's no sign, it's always a plus sign. So we're going to take care of the hater by doing the opposite of positive 11, which is subtracting 11. So we have 29 minus 11, which is 18, which equals, these cancel out, so we're left with just v. The positive sign disappears, and that's our answer. V equals 18. Next problem we have, again, circle the variable, take care of the hater. This is a two-step equation now. The hater is now the next thing next to the n is now the divide by 3. So our hater is now the next step out, which is the positive 7. So we subtract 7 from both sides. 4 minus 7 is the same as 4 plus a negative 7. But the other trick is you can do 7 minus 4, which is 3, because you distribute out the negative sign. So you have to still put the negative sign here. So there's negative 3. So just ignore that if that was confusing. We're going back to the problem. We have positive 7 minus 7, 4 minus 7. These cancel out. 4 minus 7 is negative 3. We get the same answer. And we're left with the n divided by 3. Again, go back to circle the variable, take care of the hater. I circle the variable. The hater is dividing by 3, so I'm going to multiply by 3 on both sides. So 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. These cancel out. We're left with n, so our answer is negative 9 equals n. Next problem, circle the variable, take care of the hater, but the hater is two things. So again, we circle the variable, take care of the hater. Closest thing is that division sign, so the hater is a positive 8. Because again, no sign is a positive sign. So we subtract 8 from both sides. We're left with these cancel out. 7 minus 8 is negative 1. And we bring down the x divided by negative 12. We circle the variable, take care of the hater. The hater is our divide by negative 12. So we multiply by negative 12. Because remember, a negative times a negative is a positive. These cancel out. We're left with x. Negative times a negative is a positive. 1 times 12 is 12. I'm not writing the positive sign because I'm lazy. And again, just to review, when we have a positive times a positive, that equals a positive. A positive times a negative equals a negative. A negative times a positive equals a negative. And a negative times a negative equals a positive. Double negative is double positive. Number 11, what we have here is two variables. So we circle the variable. We have two variables. We see that they're the same thing, so we can just combine them. So we have 4 plus 6 is 10a equals 0. So when we have double circles, we simplify. Now we circle the variable, take care of the hater. The hater is the 10, but there's actually a multiply by 10, so we divide by 10 on both sides. And we get 0 equals a, because 0 divided by 10 is still 0. And that's our answer. 13. So again, we circle the variable, take care of the hater, but we have two variables. So we see two variables, so we have to simplify them by adding them together. We have addition and addition. So 4 plus k, remember there's a magic 1. And let's get really magical here and use the magic pen. So we have a magic 1 there. So when we look at that, we have 1k and 4k. 1 plus 4k is 5k. And it's magic, it disappears because we don't have to put it. We add that because it's a positive to the 1, and we rewrite the equation. Then we circle the variable, take care of the hater. The hater is our positive 1, so we're going to subtract 1 from both sides. Remember, I always like writing in the sign. So these cancel out, and ironically these cancel out, so we're left with 5k equals 0. Circle the variable, take care of the hater. Anytime we actually see equals 0, we can just say the answer is k equals 0, because this is just going to divide out. But I'm going to show you anyways. Our hater is multiplying by 5, so we're going to divide by 5. 0 divided by 5 is just 0, so we're left with our answer, k equals 0. 15. What we have here is variables on both sides, which is a trick. So we have a positive and a negative. What we want to ask ourselves is which one is bigger, positive or negative. Positive is definitely bigger, because remember the number sign, 0 is here, positive numbers are here, negative, bigger numbers are on the right. So what we want to do is we want to move this over there. To move it over there, we add 2x to both sides. And again, we always want to put in that magic 1. So we have 1x plus 2x equals 3x minus 2 equals positive 4. And I'm going to keep that positive sign there. And I am positive I want to do that. So the first thing we want to do is circle the variable, take care of the hater. The hater is negative 2, so we add 2 to both sides. We cancel these out. 4 plus 2 is 6 equals 3x. So again, we circle the variable, take care of the hater. The hater is 3, but it's multiplying by 3, so we divide by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2, and these cancel out, so I'm just left with x. So my answer is x equals 2. Problem number 17. So we circle the variables, take care of the haters, but before we take care of the haters, we realize we have circles on both sides and 2 on one side. So the first thing we want to do is combine the 2 on the one side. So we have negative 4 and negative 7. So negative 4 minus 7 is negative 11n. We bring down the rest. And then we circle the variables, take care of the haters, but we have 2 circles, so we move the smaller number to the bigger number. However, this is the bigger number, but it's negative, so it's actually smaller than negative 3, because owing $11 is worse than owing $3. I have more money if I just owe $3. So I add 11n to both sides, and I'm left with 8n equals 0 with a negative 16, and it's a positive 8n. So I circle the variable, take care of the hater with the plus sign. So I add 16 to both sides, because the opposite of negative 16 is positive 16. I'm left with 8n equals 16, because these cancel out. Circle the variable, take care of the hater. We have multiplying by 8, so we divide by 8. And we're left with n equals 2. Next problems, we have distribution. So we have to distribute first. I'm going to do separate colors so you can see it. We're multiplying here. 4 times 3 is 12x. 4 times negative 2, and I like to underline it with a sign so I know it, is negative 8. And we bring down the rest. Now we circle the variable, take care of the haters. And the haters are actually 2 things, so we're going to combine them. So negative 8 plus 7 is negative 1. And I can rewrite if I want to, but I'm still taking care of the hater because it's still outside the circle, so I'm going to add 1 to both sides. If that didn't make sense, what we're doing here is we're combining this, so we bring down the 12x. Minus 1 equals negative 85. So we circle the variable, take care of the hater. The hater is the negative 1, so we add 1 to both sides. And we get 12x equals negative 84. So we circle the variable, take care of the hater, which is multiplying by 12. So we divide by 12. And we get x equals, 7. Yeah, negative 7, because we still have this negative sign up here. And that's our answer. This is the same thing, except now we have a r here. So we distribute, and again, separate colors. So if you have separate colors, I'd recommend doing it. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2r is positive 8r. Bring down the rest. Circle the variables, take care of the haters. We have 2 variables, so we add them together. So we have plus 13r Remember, we have that plus sign. Circle the variable, take care of the hater. We have positive 4, so we subtract 4 from both sides. We're left with 13r equals 78, because 82 minus 4. Circle the variable, take care of the hater. We divide by 13. Ooh, tricky math. Tricky, tricky, tricky. 6 times 3 is 18. 6. R equals 6. We're just typing in the calculator, or you do it in your head. 6 times 1 is 60. 6 times 3 is 18. 60 plus 18 is 78. Next one, distribute. We have 4 times n is 4n. 4 times 8 is 32. And I'm going to be lazy. I'm going to do this little trick where I keep this up here because the equal sign, nothing changed on the left, but it did change on the right. So now I circle the variable, take care of the hater, which is positive 32. So I'm going to subtract 32 from both sides. And then I rewrite it now. So I have 6, bring down the 5n, equals 4n. And now when I circle the variables, take care of the haters, I realize I have 2 circles. And notice I did this bit differently from before. Before, when I had 2 circles, I would take care of those first. Here, I have 2 circles here as well. If I didn't take care of those first, I took care of the number first. It doesn't really matter the order on that. But now when I realize this, I should have done the variables first, because when I see this, the bigger one's over here. So I need to subtract 4n from both sides. And I'm left with 6 plus 1n. You don't have to write the n, equals 0, because these cancel out. This is not just n. This is 0n. 0 times n is 0. So now when I circle the variable and take care of the hater, I subtract 6 from both sides. So because I moved this first without taking care of the variables, it's an extra step. 1n is just n, so we have n equals negative 6, and that's the answer. Next problem, we distribute. Red and green are Christmas colors, so we have 2x and positive 16. And again, I'm not going to rewrite that because I'm being lazy. Circle the variables. We have 2 variables. We're going to move the smaller variable to the bigger variable, so I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. And we're left with 16 equals 5x plus 31. So I circle the variable, take care of the hater. I subtract 31 from both sides. And now I want to make sure that this is a multiple of 5, otherwise this won't work. So these cancel out. 16 minus 13 is not 5. I did that on purpose. See how I wrote 31 over here and 13 over here? Because I knew it was a multiple of 5, I knew I did something wrong. I did that on purpose, I swear. So I'm going to subtract 31. And I get, let's just open up a calculator because I'm lazy. 16 minus 31 equals negative 15 equals 5x. So we circle the variable, take care of the hater, divide by 5. And I'm going to get negative 3. I'm going to get negative 3 equals x, and that's our answer. And again, remember, you can always write it as x equals negative 3. It's the same thing. You don't have to do this, though. Both answers are acceptable. And second to last problem, we're in the home stretch here. We have double distribution. So I'm going to do this all at once because it's on separate sides. I can do that. We have 3 plus 24x equals 8 minus 6 times 8 is 48x minus 5. Now I want to circle the variable, take care of the haters. I have 2 circles. I have a negative and a positive, so I want to add the opposite of that. 48x, 48x. Wow, that's huge. 60, 72x. And then I want to, this cancels out, bring down the rest, or bring down the positive sign, equals 8 minus 5. Combine these real quick. 8 minus 5 is 3, equals that. I circle the variable, take care of the hater. I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. 72x equals 0, therefore x equals 0, as stated before. Circle the variable, take care of the hater. We get 72 times, so we divide by 72, 0 times divided by 72 is 0. That didn't make sense. 72x equals 0. Circle the x. This is multiplying, so we divide by 72, divide by 72, and we get x equals 0. That's just the step that's in between there. And the last problem for the day. We distribute, and we distribute all on the same sides. So we have 24p minus 30. And now realize when we distribute this, we distribute the negative sign. So it's negative 3p minus 3. And this is where you're going to mess up on that minus sign right there. You're not going to distribute the negative sign to the second term. Make sure you do that, and that's why we circle that. And then bring down the rest, negative 75. Circle the variables, take care of the haters. We have two circles, and we also have two numbers, so I'm going to do both. Where I combine these because they're on the same side of the equal sign. So we have 21p, negative 30, and negative 3 is negative 33. And bring down the negative 75. Circle the variable, take care of the hater. So we add 33 to both sides. And remember that trick, this is going to be a multiple of 21. So let's see here, 21, 42, or it's going to be 63. I'm going to guess it's 42. And let's actually do the math. Negative 75 plus 33 equals negative 42. I was correct. Equals 21p. Circle the variable, take care of the hater. This is multiplying, so I divide by 21. And I get negative 2 equals p. Hope you learned a lot, and I will see you later.